Stephan van Kirk, SVP General Manager for Lamb Weston EMEA. Welcome to World Food Day Live.
Thank you very much, Jeremy.
Lamb Weston is enabling Peace One Day to produce World Food Day Live. I'd like to ask, why is World Food Day, the 16th of October, today, so important to Lamb Weston?
Yes, thank you, Jeremy. For us, World Food Day is important as Lamb Weston, as we believe it's a reminder to the fact that food is scarce. There's a scarcity on food. And as we, as Lamb Weston, believe that food brings people together, and that's also what our purpose is. We bring the world together with our fries. We also believe this is a reminder of the fact that we are privileged to be together with our friends and families. Also, we think it's an acknowledgement to all the farmers worldwide which are working on crops to feed the nation. As Lamb Weston, we act globally, and we sell on a daily basis to thousands of customers. And they, on their side, they sell over 80 million portions of potato products per day to the end consumers. This is on 6 continents across the globe. And therefore, with this size, we believe that we have a responsibility to make sure that food is safe, food is affordable, and also food is sustainable. We do this together with our farmers. They work on a trusted way in order to have the right impact on the planet. And therefore, we believe that, supporting Food Day is important for Lamb Weston. With our products, we want to deliver sustainable potato enjoyment. This means that with our very good ingredients of potatoes, which are rich of nutrients and vitamins, we treat them in such a way that people enjoy eating them. And we do this by making fried products out of it. So, of course, as we are part of an indulgence category, we take our responsibility to constantly look at how do we make these products as good as possible to make them fit into a balanced diet. World Food Day for us is it's an important day, and we are very happy to support it.
Thank you for that, Stephan. I'd like to ask you, what are the great challenges that we face in relation to food and humanity's survival?
We believe that humanity faces several significant challenges related to food and its impact on our survival. These challenges are actually complex and interconnected. And therefore, it's important that all stakeholders work together in order to face these challenges. If I would maybe call out 3 of the challenges, one very clearly, we are living it already, it's climate change. If we see how temperatures are changing, if we look at even the recent weather events, the extreme weather events impact the crops, the way how we produce food, the way how the cost of food production is going up. This is clearly something where we need to find solutions going forward. The second point, it's all about water and water scarcity. In the agricultural landscape, we use a lot of fresh water. It's important to grow the crops, but in the same time, we need to be very careful with the water as it's becoming more and more scarce. So we treat it with all the respect that it deserves, and we are constantly on the look of reducing the amount of water which we use in the full system which we have. Then maybe a third point, it's all about food waste. Again, when you look from field to fork, there's a lot of food being wasted in the production, but also in the selling and the consumption of food. We do believe that if we get a better control over this, we will actually be able to produce and to deliver more food to the population, and also do it in a way that it's more sustainable for the planet. Now, again, as I said in the beginning, in order to face these kind of challenges, it's really important that from several angles, people come together and work together. It's about policymakers, it's about innovation, universities, of course, manufacturers, farmers themselves. Important to really understand again, from field to fork, how we can influence the planet in a positive way instead of in a way that it puts a lot of pressure on the planet.
Stephan, the next thing I'd like to ask you is what are the key issues that Lamb Weston is focusing on in relation to sustainability?
Yes, well, Jeremy, for Lamb Weston, it actually all starts with this beautiful product, the potato, which for us is one of the ingredients which we use to create our nice fries. These fries, of course, people love to eat them. People are actually very happy when they eat them. They do it in ways that people are coming together. And we know that it's part of the indulgence category. Now, therefore, we constantly commit to making sure that we constantly improve the nutritional balance of our products. Also, we make sure that we aim to bring as little amount of food waste as possible. We reduce the amount of water usage during the production process and focus on reducing to the maximum our carbon footprint. Now, if you look at what are our main three focus areas, as a compass, we do use the UN Sustainable Development Goals. And out of these, we have taken three, which are balanced diet, zero waste, and climate action. Now, the commitments which we took on those three is on a balanced diet, we will constantly improve the nutritional profiles of our products. For zero waste, we have pledged that by 2030, we will have reduced food waste with 50% compared to 2020. And we will do this with better packaging or even with less packaging. Then on climate action, we have made a commitment that we will reduce our GHG emission intensity by 25%. We reduce our fresh water usage by 25% as well, and we will source sustainably.
What breakthroughs have occurred, Stephan, around food and its production that have inspired you most?
There's actually quite a few developments which have had a very positive impact. And I'm a strong believer on the fact that innovation and education will help us to fight some of these challenges we are facing. Now, one of the points or developments which I've been looking into and which I'm very excited about, it's all about precision agriculture. So when you look how nowadays data is being used, artificial intelligence, drones, which helps heavily in order to be able to produce the crops in a better way with less inputs, with less spraying, with less fertilizers. I think this is a great breakthrough, which we are probably only just starting to see the beginning of. So I have strong hopes and beliefs that this will help us in the challenges going forward. The second one is everything around genetics, CRISPR, where we are more and more able to make sure that with our crops, we get the right amount of yields, we get the right quality, the right flavors, but also that genetics, the products become more disease resistant, so that, again, less of the spraying techniques need to be used. And then maybe a third one, which I already shortly talked about, it's all about food waste reduction. When you look at all the developments which are happening with packaging, for instance, making packaging more sustainable, but also making packaging in such a way that it reduces food waste. Also there, I think many innovations are still to come, which again will help us in the challenges going forward.
And finally, what can the individual do at home to help address the big issues around food and our survival?
I think there's three main points. First of all, it's be open, be curious, really try to understand what is happening around us, how is climate impacting everything we eat and consume. How are things already changing within one generation from how you were used to have production of food, and how is it currently taking place? How were you consuming food and how are you currently consuming food? I think being open and being curious on that will be first big step. Second step is educate yourself and educate the people around you. And then a third one is by being open and being educated. It's not only about words. It's not only about having the right conversations with each other. It's about acting. So do think of what you consume and do think how it impacts yourself, your health, your body, but also how it impacts the planet. And there again, I think that innovations towards the future will have a positive impact as we will more and more measure how food will impact our health, our mind, and also how it will impact the world and the planet.
Stephan van Kuik, the General Manager of Lamb Weston, thank you for all your support for World Food Day Live. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jeremy. Very happy to join and to support, and hope to talk to you soon.
Thanks, Stephan.
Bye-bye.